and we have our Mother's Day special. This is why I put balloons up, because it's going to be a party tonight. So I know that the flyer says business opportunity, but because normally on Wednesdays we have a business opportunity, but guess what? Today is a special one. In a lot of the Latin American countries, we're celebrating Mother's Day. I am Latino, so happy Mother's Day to me and a lot of the other moms out there. However, I am in Canada and Mother's Day is on Sunday. So for North America, I think it's on Sunday. So we still have the whole month to celebrate, and why not? So I have a special for you tonight, or this morning if you are in the other side of the country. Yesterday we had people from Malaysia and Singapore, so if we have some out there, good morning to you. And so our Mother's Day special is about telling stories, and we're going to tell the stories of 3 moms. And why we chose these moms is because they're all from different nationalities. They're also from different backgrounds in the business, so their life before having a network marketing business, but also they're at different levels in for life. So it's always nice to have a mix. And before I start, I wanted to show you guys this necklace, because you know what, it's a special one. And you know why? My son gave me this weekend this necklace. My son is 11, and he said to me, Mommy, I want to give you a big flower arrangement. And we were in another city traveling by bus, and I said, oh honey, I love that you think that, because I know you want to buy it with your own money, but it's a big flower arrangement. So we actually decided, there was a jewelry stand, and he said, then I want to buy you these flowers because you can carry them, but promise me that you'll wear them all the time. So I wanted to share that story with you, because what a great child I have. So I'm really excited to start with that story. Do you have a great child? Give me a heart. Give me a thumbs up if you think your child is great. What about if you have a mom? Give me a heads up if you have a great mom and you have from today until Sunday to say hello to her. So the 3 speakers for today, I'm going to introduce, if Jennifer can help me pin them, I'm actually going to put them all on the screen, are Matty from Canada, Iraida from New Jersey, and our golden girl, Jennifer from Orlando. I wish I could have like 100 moms today, but then it would be more than an hour, and that's almost impossible. So I want to start. I actually had a chance to talk to these ladies. I know some more than the others, but we're going to start with, I'm going to say, our newest family member to For Life, who is Matty. Matty joined us not too long ago, and I'm just going to ask her the first question. So Matty, we talked a little bit today. We talked about your story. I knew you because Matty actually lived in the same city I was living, and she called me a few years ago, and she was not even still in the business. So here's my first question to you. Can you tell us what inspired you to become an entrepreneur, a mompreneur, like we like to call it? And where I want you to go is also a little bit of, not just as a network marketer, but I want you to tell a little bit about how you went from having a degree and going into entrepreneurship and then network marketing entrepreneurship. So tell us a little bit about that, Matty. Okay. And tell us who you are, and also the name of your child and his age, and what is your favorite thing about your child.
Well, okay. Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to be here tonight. I'm in Toronto right now. I'm from Venezuela. I grew up in Spain, Madrid. My son is, I came here for love to Canada because I met my husband in Madrid. And my son is 12, almost 13 years old next month. And okay, I can say he's very, he's a happy boy, artistic. He loves to sing, to compose his own songs. And he has a big personality. Vivo, we say in Spanish, alive. Yeah. And okay, it's interesting because I always wanted to talk about that. I did mass media, mass communication, I think, in Spain, in Madrid. I used to live there for 19 years. Right now, this month, I'm going to be 14 years in Canada. And to have an idea, I studied a lot there in Madrid, but I couldn't find a real job, only for a while in production, TV production, like a small TV in Madrid. But later, it was a big problem in Spain with looking for a job and low salaries. I decided to do, when I was 30 years old, to study, we call it a technical, sorry, my English, a technician, like a beautician, an esthetician, but like a real degree, the best degree in Madrid, the best school. I was lucky to get there. And the thing is, I started to do my own business with my mom in Madrid. She's a massage therapy, osteopathic, I'm not sure if the pronunciation like that, for many years, for 40 years or more. And I decided to do that. I love the holistic way of treating people, the public, the clients. I love that. And after that, after 5 years working on my own business, I decided to come to Canada because I fell in love with my husband. And here, when I was at home, I'm not sure it's related to the answer, yeah, or maybe to some. Let me see. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. And the thing is, I decided I was here at home, like being a wife, a mom, a little stuck. Like I wanted to do something else, something better for my life. And I was praying to God, looking for a job to work online, and also to promote some kind of business. Like I told you, I used to sell very good products in Spain too, beautician, great lotions and everything. I was very good. And the thing is, I met someone that online, my first sponsor before. And that's the moment when I met Claudia too. You helped me a lot in that moment in my life. And that's why I decided to work online in this company. Yeah.
That is beautiful. I remember that first call, Matty called me and she was just experimenting with the products. She had found her sponsor online and I loved it because I thought, wow, there's actually people online looking for our products and I have one right in my city and I couldn't go, well, why didn't I find her? Because anyway, she's fantastic. And I love you, Mati. You always bring such good energy to this room. So I'll come back to you with our second question. But now I'm going to go to Iraida. And so I had a little bit of an opportunity, beautiful opportunity, a gift as a Mother's Day to get inspired by her today. And Iraida, I also want I want you to share your 4 children's names and maybe just tell me one favorite thing about being a mom, not each kid, but like one thing that you love about being a mom, just in that. But also, my question to you, and also I was so inspired by your story, but the part that captivated me was when you said, I always knew that I didn't want another person to take care of my children. Why would I want to and you said it in Spanish, but I think it was in Spanish we were talking about, you said, why would I want to miss those moments and give them to another person when I wanted to keep those moments for me? And so that was so precious. And so Iraida, welcome. Please let us know a little bit about Iraida. What is your favorite thing about being a mom? And tell me a little bit about that experience.
Good evening, everybody. I'm so happy to be invited tonight here with Matthew and Jennifer. And you, Claudia, you do such an excellent job. And good night to all the people that are connected tonight. It's truly a pleasure. And, being a mom is something special. It's something special. When you're not a mother and you're just a daughter, you don't realize what a mom is, right? But then when you become a mother and you have a child, you're like, wow, my mom went through all this to bring me into the world. When the mothers tell you all those stories of what they went through, and they're like, if you only knew what I went through to bring you into the world. And sometimes we are so bad and we're like, I didn't ask to be brought into the world. Oh my. But when you're a mother, you really appreciate your mom even more because we know. But it's so special to be a mother, to be able to bring a life into the world, to raise that child. And, it's something, you can't really explain it in words. You have to live it. You have to be a mother to be able to know what a pleasure that is, what a privilege, what an honor to raise children. And like they say, you don't raise them by yourself. Blessed are those mothers that are single, that they're raising their children by themselves. Wow, a great applause I give to them. And it's a pleasure and a privilege also when you have a husband, a partner next to you raising those children. It's beautiful. It's a privilege from God that you really can't explain it in words.
It is beautiful, and that's how Iraida actually started believing that an opportunity like for life was going to be able to give her this. And so we're going to talk a little bit more about that. And I'm now going to jump to our golden girl, Jennifer. And why? Because she's a gold in our company, which actually, that's why we're going to talk about that. As you grow in title, you grow in numbers. Yeah, sure, your check grows, but guess what else grows? The responsibility. Joelle and Jennifer, with thousands of people under them, active, inactive, but anyway, thousands of people around North America and the world, the responsibilities grow, Jennifer. So that was my question to you. So again, since you have 2 children, you can tell me favorite thing about your 2 kids, because it always releases a happy hormone when, I'm trying to make you guys comfortable. It's just, you can see, right? I'm just talking about her children and being a mom. So I want you to release that happy hormone, talking about, 2 great things about your kids, and then tell us, how do you handle a huge responsibility and growing every day? We bless your business. We want to see you in platinum soon. How do you handle business balance, business family balance at home?
Oh, wow, Claudia. First of all, thank you. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Mati, Iraida, and Claudia. It's an honor to be here tonight. I'm very happy. Happy Mother's Day to all those women out there that have the privilege of being moms. And if you're not a mom yet, soon you will be. Trust me, it's the best gift that, that we as women can have. And I can tell you that because I was told I couldn't have children, Claudia. And I have 2 boys today. So when you ask me, what do I love most about my boys? Well, everything. But there's one thing I love about them. And is that even though we've grown in this business financially and our life has changed, Claudia, my kids have a pure heart. And I've always shown them that even if we have maybe a lot more than others, you still have to stay humble. And my kids are both very humble. And you can give them, I'll tell you a little story. This weekend, we had them plan a little trip to the movie theaters. And maybe if somebody's like, the movie theaters, well, to my kids, that's big, okay? Because I've taught them you got to earn things. So I surprised them this weekend and we took them out. And they were so excited when we got there and they saw their cousins. And I told my husband something so simple. They were like, if you gave them $1 million. And I want to make sure that they stay like that, because like you said, Claudia, when you start growing, you have a lot of responsibilities. Your life starts changing when you in this opportunity for the good. Okay, it's for the good. I would have never imagined where our life went today. But I've also learned how to balance my life, because like anything, Claudia, even if you have a job out there for those working moms, you have to figure out, how do I do this? So imagine if you work and then you want to do the business and then you're a mom. I can't relate, because Claudia, when I had my children, I was already out of my job. So it was a bit easier for me, but it's not impossible. I think we women can do so much. We can balance our time, and it's just making the time. When you want something, you make the time for it. When you don't want something, you make excuses. That's all it is. And if we know how to take care of the kids, do their homework, cook, take them a bath at the same time, one more thing is not going to kill us, Claudia. We could do it. We could do it. It's just a matter of finding balance, which is something that I have found myself. Example, like we've done big events, like when we had in Las Vegas, I think Iraida was there, which was very, very hectic, but we managed, at home to work and do the event, do their homework, do school. I had an agenda. This time I do this. And I'm very I stick to that agenda. It's all discipline, Claudia. Everything in life is discipline. And if you learn how to have discipline in your life, you can do anything you want.
That's beautiful. That's great. And you can start posting your Mother's Day on the chat and, hellos, and tell us where you're from, please. And we want to know if there are any guests here tonight, because we do want to honor our guests. So if you have a guest, if you are a guest or you brought a guest and you see it here, please write it on the chat so we can honor that guest also tonight when we are done with this conversation. So we continue to the next question. And so I started again talking to Maddie, and I said, Maddie, you know what? I think that those viewers out there are going to love to hear about challenges, because we are always into how do we overcome challenges. And as network marketers, you already had a career, you already had a business, and now you have a network marketing business, which is your full-time. You're a full-time mom and a full-time networker. I know that you're not doing anything else. So there's a lot of challenges into getting the business out there and getting your name out there. And by the way, you have beautiful social media. So what have been some of those challenges, and how have you encountered the solution, or how are you, traveling the road towards getting to the next step of your business in network marketing, Mati?
Okay, when I started, as told you before, I really started to take the products February 2020, and I was a month later. The pandemic came. We were everyone at home, and I was starting to feel stressed out. And the thing is, the challenges for me in Canada in that moment, and even now, is how to work online, how to get how do you say, to get people to know me better, because even before I couldn't take a picture of myself. That's the thing that the other person helped me in that moment, because he taught us how to do it, and to encourage us to post, started to post on Facebook and Instagram, and for me, it was challenging. For everything that limiting beliefs that we have. But right now, I'm still at home. My husband works from home. My son is studying online. This year, next year, no. The thing is, I don't get to know so many people outside in Canada, because Claudia, people are not super friendly like maybe in the US. I noticed it's different on Latin America, and I'm growing my Instagram, especially now, my TikTok a little bit, and I'm doing more live videos, and even my Facebook is growing too. I'm trying to focus more in English and Facebook, Spanish, a mix of Spanish, English, and Instagram. And since I started 3 years ago, I think I'm growing my Instagram with followers and everything. People ask me through my stories what I'm doing, what are the products, and I really want to focus on that because I like it. Maybe because I study mass media, mass communication. I like it a lot, and that's my my goal, to be even super good like Omar. I love the social media of Omar, or your social media, Claudia also. And the challenges are that I need to get also more social outside to. And after the youth convention, I started to talk with people outside, especially with the good weather now in Canada in spring and summer. I will talk to people, and even in the park, walking outside, because I'm trying to do it, and not to be scared of doing it. And that I can say is that I'm improving on that. Yeah.
I love a couple of things of what you said. I just want to take back a couple of moments. Number one, I am a follower of Mati because she's a very natural. And what I like about you and Mati is that you talk about something that every woman is scared to talk about, which is menopause and what's happening through our bodies through menopause. And so, it's nice to have that niche or target market. I'm sure that because you also talk about protein, body transformation. Like, I know you learned a lot about that, but I really enjoy that you are so natural and not embarrassed or shy to talk about something like menopause or the symptoms and what's going through your own body. And so it makes it really about people know that you are authentic with what you're saying. So I do want to congratulate you because I have seen you grow and I see how comfortable you are. Like I said, I always say we have difficult topics to talk about, and you are leading this beautiful business. I also want to remind everybody I want to tell everybody that she has a beautiful 13-year-old son. So this is great. This is 13 years, is a teenage years. You never want to let your child too far away when they're 13. And so that brings me to Iraida's next question, which is also something that I really love about Iraida's story. And so Iraida starts telling me about how, she wanted to stay home. She already told us about that. But there's one thing she always wanted to do since she was after she graduated high school, which was to fly around the world. But she wanted to be a flight attendant. What she didn't know was that God was going to bring her into a business such as network marketing to allow her to travel the world, visiting her teams, travel the United States, and visiting other countries. But the part that I love the most, which is my inspiration, is that she always goes with the family. She always goes with the children. They all travel like a pack. And she said, I even take them to convention. I take them to the central meeting when we go. And since they were very little. So, Raida, this is something every mom wants, because when you have a job, it can be in a warehouse, it can be in corporate, it can be any job. You're not allowed to bring your kids to work. So, we wish we would, and we wish we could, but we can't. And so that is, for me, a win-win when you're in network marketing. You have your own business. You can take your kids anywhere you want. You can do your phone calls. So tell me a little bit about the traveling part, the trips. How do you manage? In fact, how did you even manage to move 4 children? By the way, she's got 4 children and 2 beautiful grandchildren, if I'm correct. But how did you manage to move all those kids when they were still small, when you were growing your business around the United States and the world?
Yeah. All right. I'm a mom, but I'm also a grandmother. I'm a grandmother of 4 grandchildren and a mom of 4 children, 2 biological and 2 non-biological, but I raised them, they're mine, and I love them. And when we started growing this business, they were small. My youngest one was really small. But like you said, I was like, you know what? This is not mom and dad's business. This is a family business. It's our business. So we always integrated them into the family business. We used to take them to all the meetings. I remember my kids, they used to put on mustache and dress up with a tie because they wanted to look like dad at the central meetings. Okay. We always took them to every convention. They haven't missed any convention. Not only that, this part they love the best. When we want the Great Escape, when we became presidential, we want the Great Escape to Bahamas. We took them to Bahamas in the cruise, the Disney cruise. They loved it. Till this day, they say, you know what, Mom? We will never go on another. That was their first cruise, but they said, we won't go on a cruise if it's not a Disney cruise. But they enjoyed it, see, because we wanted them to know. It's like, you know what I mean? This business, we do it for them. Because like I said, like you said earlier, I always wanted to be home with my children and enjoy them. Because I say, if I brought them into the world, I carried them for 9 months. I went through the pain of bringing them into this world. Why am I going to bring them to somebody to take care of them? I'm not bringing them to a daycare. I want to bond with them. I don't know what it is. And I really feel sad for some moms that have to live that, where they have to choose between work and their kids, their family, where you are trying to work and you can't concentrate because your boss is calling you and telling you, they're calling from the child's school. He has a fever. You have to go home. You know what I mean? Where I live, when my kids started school, they went to pre-K only 3 hours. Imagine. They went in at 8:30 and I had to pick them up at 11:30. That was it. That was their pre-K. So it was such a pleasure and such an honor and from God, a blessing for us to have 4 Life in our lives, because I was there for them during school. I'd go read to all the kids in their school. When I would see kids walking in the cold to school, my kids like, Mom, can you give so-and-so a ride? I said, of course, go ahead, come in. And the kids used to look like, your mom is always available. She's always available. She picks us up sometimes, or she'll drop us off after school. And I tell my kids, you see what a blessing? The only reason I can pick up your friends and drop them off and take them to football practice and take them to all the different practices, and my kids play football, is because we have the blessing of 4 Life. We're able to make that residual income. We're not exchanging time for money. We make our own flexible schedule. So I'd always tell them this. What a blessing. You have a blessing that those children don't have, because their parents have to drop them off in daycare in the morning. And sometimes after school, they can't get home. So then they have to go to aftercare. You see what I'm saying? So this has been such a blessing, and that we're able to travel. Like you said, I wanted to become a flight attendant, but that was not God's will for my life. But you know what? Through this opportunity, I have seen my dreams fulfilled. You know why? I like to serve. So you're serving people, you're helping people to transform their lives through this opportunity. And not only that, I get to travel, which I love. I get to meet people, so my dreams are being fulfilled. And at the same time, I'm able to give quality time to my family, to my husband, to my children, and my grandchildren. What else can you ask for? There's nothing better than that. it's a win-win. And at the same time, you're making that residual income for the legacy and the future of your family.
Wow, no wonder people are writing on the chat that Iraida is so awesome, because I had never heard her speak, and she's such a, well, I spoke to her personally, but you shine, Iraida, when you're talking. So that is so beautiful. I also had the opportunity and the blessing to be able to, I had no option, but I had to quit my job to do network marketing because I was working in a network marketing company. But it's been such a blessing. And you're right. A week ago, I had a chance to go to my child's guitar concert. I wasn't sure what he was doing, but the fact that there was, I don't know, maybe 50 kids, and there was only 3 moms, and I was one of them. I was like, wow, I remember this is what I made the promise to my child, that I would not miss the moments where he would say, can you come with me to that event? Can you come with me to that concert? And like I say to him, I've never said no to your child, because, it's he's my only one, like you said, and you have one, enjoy him. That brings me to my last question of the night for Jennifer. And Jennifer, for all those moms out there, like I said, you have a large team, you have a lot of experience. All of us have a lot of experience dealing with moms that we want to plant the seed of having an additional income or a full-time income, whatever they choose, but starting with an additional income. But there's many mommies out there that are looking at Iraida and say, well, but I can't do it. And they see Matty and she stayed home, and they say, Mati, but I can't do it. I have a job and I'm scared. And how do I start this? Like, what do I do? I want to have what they have. And Jennifer, you also have that opportunity. So all 4 of us are actually full-time into network marketing. And what would be your advice to those moms out there? And if not the moms, where I wanted to go was, you told me that at the beginning, you had been the one that supported your husband. So if you are a mom that wants to do the business, or are already doing the business and it's still not producing what you want so that you can leave your job, or you are the one supporting your partner, or you have a partner that is still not supporting you, that's kind of like 3 different things, but they're all in the same basket, Jennifer. And I'm sorry to throw it like that at you, but I know you'll get some inspiration, which is, what are your final words, not only to the moms, because there's there's a lot of men in this room, about about the support that you need, how to jump from one side to the other. Like, inspire us with those last words, Jennifer.
Claudia, when we were introduced this opportunity, and I've always said it, I was not the one that believed in it, because I went to college, I got my degree in criminal justice. So I already had a vision of where I wanted to go in life. But unfortunately, that did not come true. Everybody knows I never became, not even a 911 call, emergency caller. My dreams were crushed, okay? My husband decided to go forward in this, and I saw him grow. I saw how the business started growing. I had to come in and say, you know what? I got to join. I have to join, because he's doing it for both of us. Sometimes when we're comfortable, Claudia, we don't get out of that box. Okay. Sometimes comfort means death. It's rough, but your own comfort can take you to your death, because I felt comfortable. Okay. We were making pretty good money. I didn't join For Life for money. We joined For Life because we didn't have time. Okay. We used to work so much. We couldn't have breakfast. We were newlyweds. So it was just like, do I want to continue this? And mind you, I didn't have kids yet. So imagine if I would have had kids. Okay. So it was an eye opener for me. Things in life started changing. We lost contracts of our business that we had. So we had to fall in this hole, Claudia. And I had to fall in this hole to see that, you know what? Sometimes we're so stuck on plan A, we don't give ourselves the opportunity to see plan B. Okay. And that's a mistake in life, because sometimes we're so focused on what we have, but we can't see past that. I want to tell you today, I'm thankful that my husband didn't listen to me. I'm thankful that my husband had a big mentality of, okay, we got plan A, but what about if plan A fails? Okay. And I'm thankful because when plan A failed, Claudia, we had plan B in full action. And I remember, like today, we were doing grocery shopping at the store when we got that phone call that said, you no longer have the contract with us. okay? We literally lost in one day. Our contract was about $7,000 to $8,000 a month. And now we don't have that anymore. What would you do if you got that phone call today? Where would you see yourself? We had to that day decide, you know what? Our marriage is first, but we're going for this and we're going to give it our all. And we were just there and giving it and giving it. And today, look at everything, how it went, because we weren't scared. Claudia, we weren't scared. And sometimes we're scared of changes. But you know what? Sometimes you got to fall to see other things. But don't let yourself get to that point, because I've always said there's so many opportunities out there. It's just sometimes we're so scared to do them. Do this. This is for everybody. Mothers, fathers, no fathers, young people, middle age, older people. I started when I was 24. I am 42 today. Okay. I am a testimony. This works. You just got to give it your time, patience, and give it your all. Because you know what? Out there, if you're looking for time, like Iraida said with her family, it's really hard with a job. Unless you work from home, you probably have maybe a little bit more time, but otherwise you don't. So what are you waiting for? If I did it with no knowledge in this industry, why can't you do it? It's just a matter of a decision. Let's go. Let's do it. Like we did, like my husband and I, and we've been able to help out a lot of people. Iraida is part of my team. She's part of my team. And I love her. I've always said her voice is like these Spanish singers, these merengueras. Like she has that voice that when she talks, the room shakes. Okay. And I always told her the potential that she has in her. Okay. And we women are like the bomb, right? I know Omar's laughing because I've always told her that when you talk, girl, everybody has to be quiet because that voice is like, whoo, you know, it just goes right in through the walls. So I advise everybody on here, let's do this, guys. Time is going to go by with or without you, for life's going to grow. I prefer it to grow with me being in it than me being away from it. So the decision finally is yours. But all of us are telling you here tonight, it works. It's just a matter of a decision.
Wow, Jennifer, that was great. I'm just so honored to be here with these great women. Like I said, it was a Mother's Day special. We're wrapping it up. We're closing. I want to give an opportunity to one or two moms. And, you know, if you're a man, you can talk to, but one or two moms to come with us in the panel. And I'm not going to ask them any questions. You can give your heart out to these moms, to the business that we honorably carry, which is network marketing. 80% of the industry of direct sales and network marketing are led by women. So if 80% of an industry where you can work from home, you can take care of your kids. I've been already 20 years doing this, seeing moms do this for a little bit, a lot, or huge amounts of money. So I want to know who wants to come into the panel. Don't worry if you don't feel comfortable. You don't have to, and we can.
You can raise your hands, and I will unmute them.
Sonia raised her hand, so we can bring her into our living room. Sonia.
Hey guys, look, I'm telling you, you can hear me? You're okay? You can hear me, Claudia?
Yes.
Excellent,
Happy
excellent.
Mother's
Ladies
Day.
out there, you guys did a phenomenal job. And you know what? I just love how you guys always make us feel welcomed. And you know what? It doesn't matter where we come from, right? It doesn't matter what language we speak, how old we are, what education we have. This business is for everyone. And the thing is, you know, at your job, take a look at your jobs, people. Is your job going to get you the kind of lifestyle that you want? How long have you been there? Has it given you the lifestyle that you want? I mean, time is going to pass, like they said. You know, retirement is going to come quicker than you believe it. And are you prepared for that? Because our bodies, right? What better industry than the industry that we're in the wellness, health and wellness industry. We want to stay young, active, and be able to run around all those great grandkids, right? So you're in the best industry. And then to top it off, this business allows you to come in at wherever you're at. It doesn't matter. Just start by coming to the meetings, start reading, start, you know, learning more. And guess what? Eventually, yes, you're going to be up on this stage giving your testimony of how you started and how you helped many people achieve what they wanted. Because when they achieve what they want, you get to achieve what you want. So with that, I just wanted to share that. I'm so proud of you ladies. Thank you for being always serving to us. And you feed us a lot. I mean, these are like the helium balloons to me every week that I get from you guys to keep me motivated, keep me at it, and make sure that I don't forget, this isn't about me. It's about you ladies out there, you ladies that are struggling and that just need to find that those people to surround yourself with, that community that holds on to you and says, you can do it, because you can. So with that, I give it back to you, Claudia. Thank you guys for giving me a little bit of your time today.
Sonia. And I have our last speaker of the night who wants to say a few words, which is the grandma of this whole, place, which is Gabriela Daughtry. She wants to come to our living room and talk to us. By the way, Gabriela made these earrings for me a few years back, and I wore them proudly because we have this woman empowering woman thing with Gabby. And so I always wear them when I want to feel like powerful. So how about that, Gabby? Like the great, eh? So
oh my gosh,
Mother's Day to our grandmama. Gabby, you have the mic.
thank you. Mother's Day is, it should be celebrated every day. But I'm glad that at least one time a year we are celebrated, because we're Wonder Women. And I am very proud of every single one of you women. And yes, I'm proud of the men too. But I mean, we are the women. We are the ones that carry the babies full term. We're the ones that nurture our babies, because that's our role. Our role is to nurture, to love our children, to be the mom. And then on top of that, it's funny because I'll tell my kids, by the time I was your age, I did this, 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 and this. And of course they get smart with me and said, oh, so you were like, why are you telling me this? But I'm telling you this because that's our mom. As a mom, that's our role, to, give our children expectations, to, mentor them, nurture them, tell them how to treat a woman. Sometimes we complain that, about boyfriends or husbands or whatever. But if we raise our kids right, girls and boys, we're going to have great, great children, great husbands someday, great wives someday. But as far as, building our business, we basically also do that. We play a role in that. I know for me, Claudia has been like a sister to me, because she is very, we talk, we laugh, we cry, we share stories. She's probably the only one I can complain to when I do complain, which is very rarely. But yes, even I complain. But I just want to celebrate each one of you. And if I could, I would have you over to the house for dinner. But we will do that eventually when we go to convention. And we shared a nice big table when we were at convention, right, Claudia? And everyone, whoever came up to us was welcome to sit with us. But just don't lose track of your dreams, because I have seen so many people lose their way in this company, and not just this company, but they have so much potential. And, and those of you that are still here, I would be so honored to help you build your business as well through these calls. And that's why we have these calls, so that you will learn and invite your people. And if you're new, even better, because you will learn what you hear. That's why we write it down on a notebook. Anything that catches, or a phrase or something someone said, just be able to share what works for you. So with that, pass it back to Claudia. And again, happy Mother's Day, Mexican Mother's Day, and Sunday Mother's Day. Thank you.
Thank you. So I just want to finish by saying something that Gabby brought to my mind. And it's, when I had a job, I had great bosses. And I know that they were women bosses, and they always wanted the best for me. I'm not saying they didn't, but they were a boss, and they also wanted the best for the company, because if not, they would lose their jobs. And so they were caring for my income and caring for my sales. I was a sales manager, but what they cared more was the numbers. And at the end of the game, I left the company after almost 15 years. And I still write once in a while, some of them, and some more than other, I really cherish. But it's not the tribe and the community that we have here. Gabriela said it. Gabriela and I have laughed and cried and have gone through so many good moments. And Gabriela, who is my upline and my mentor, when she says you can do it, she's not doing it to make more money to the company or make her check grow. She's doing it because she always wants the best for my child. My child has grown listening to Gabby and Dave motivate the mother and saying, Mateo, you have a great mom. And every time Dave or Gabby say that, not just to me, they say it to me all the time, but they say it to my child. It empowers them. And so that is the difference to me, that in network marketing, we really are opening our hearts and we all want the best for that mommy that is out there and that wants to get that child the best education, for those mommies that want to have a business for their children. Just like Iraida told me this afternoon, hey, you're coming with me to this trip because this is not my business. I tell it to my kids all the time. This is your business. I'm building this for you. I'm going to earn some money, but when I'm gone, it's going to be yours. So this is what is so beautiful. Generational income is the best gift that we can give our children. So with that, we're closing the night and I'm going to give you some announcements for next week. And I want everybody to give a huge round, big applause to these wonderful ladies. Hearts, 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 fill it with hearts.